King of Fighters 15 has been out for 2 years now, and fans are still obsessed with it and keep this game alive and active. Today I decided to count down the official team endings. For this list I included all the team endings and not the edit teams. Perhaps I'll make another countdown for those in the future. But for now, lay back and enjoy this list. Orochi Team. After the finale of KOF 14, I was among the people who wished and hoped that this trio will make a comeback. And when they were announced for KOF 15, I was very excited. In fact, this was the very first team I played with when I got the game. Their ending showed us a daily moment of them in a more personal level, away from their Orochi duties and more into their human side. They seem like a regular band, which is getting prepared for their new music career. Shermie is revealed to have a nice relationship with Sylvie, and Yeshiro is still angry at Yori. It turned out that these people, up until this moment, joined the tournament just for fun and had no bad intentions. Yet Yeshiro leaves us with a message that soon they will be back to their Orochi plans. Superheroines Team. If the player ends the tournament with this team, they will find out the reason why Athena wanted to team up with Yuri and Mai. And it was nothing more than to ask them to join her for a tour. According to Athena's artistic vision, a music stage with Mai's fire combined with Yuri's karate techniques would give the crowd a phenomenal experience. At first her teammates were shocked by the proposition, but in the end we get a glimpse of it and the result is funny, yet indeed interesting. Mai dressed as a lion and Yuri as a clown. Art of Fighting Team. For Art of Fighting Team, the ending seems to benefit the Kyokuge barbecue restaurant that Takuma has opened. Takuma is extremely excited and invites everyone for a celebration. Ryo, on the other hand, believes that the legacy of the Kyokugen-ryu karate is slowly disappearing over the barbecue business. He confesses his disappointment to King, who listens to him carefully outside of the restaurant where everyone is having a great time. Then Mr. Karate 2 crashes the celebration, delivering Ryo's thoughts through a more aggressive tone and encourages Takuma, Yuri and Robert to remember their true goal and embrace their talent as fighters, and so it happens. A new training takes place in a jungle where Takuma takes his children and Robert for a new adventure. Poor Yuri, she went from a clown breaking bricks on a stage to a wonder survivor in a jungle. What do you think she will pick if she had to choose between those two? For this ending we have 3 cameos, Takuma, Marco and Mr. Karate 2. Fatal Fury. Terry and Andy seem to have found their love interests that are Blue Mary and Mai respectively. And so they are joined by them on a pool in a beautiful sunny day. They are all waiting for Joe, who does not want to join them unless he finds himself a girlfriend, and not just any girl, Lily, Billy's little sister. Joe then appears explaining that he traveled to Thailand and went through many exhausting difficulties to gather the most exotic flowers to offer to Lily. Difficulties that included poisonous snakes, hurricanes, and a ferocious crocodile. He then presents a wild, scary flower as what he collected through his journey. Unfortunately for Joy, Lily does not show up due to her best friend being sick, and in her place appears Billy, who seems furious about Joe's intentions. We have 2 cameos here, Lily and Hua Jai, who visits Joy in the hospital, beaten up by Billy. Ash Team. Ash gathers his old friends, who are by now Elizabeth's friends too. They all go way back to the 3rd saga. It is revealed that their memory is now restored and they remember Ash and what had happened during KOF 2003 up until KOF 13. As they all enjoy their victory together, Cougar is having a meeting with Dolores, where they both agree to move along together. The ending shows a nostalgic view of Ash and Elizabeth on a valley, which is what they used to do as little kids, remaking the lost memories and moments those two once had. In this ending, we get two cameos, Du Alone and Shen Wu. Rivals team. This is one of the endings that actually delivers a revelation. After the end of the 15 tournament, Hayden returns to his base with Isla and Dolores and thanks them for their collaboration. Dolores then reveals that Kukri is her adopted son. Everyone is shocked by that, and Dolores decides to move back at her hometown with him, promising to return if the Ikari warriors ever need her help. Isla flies back to Chile, but before that, she makes a stop to China, leaving the viewers thinking that she wants to meet up with Shunei. Sacred Treasure Team. Chizuru, Yori and Kyo are standing before a rock that is supposedly the place where Orochi is sealed. Chizuru confirms that there are no more interference with the Orochi seal and that everything is fine for the moment. This information puts an end to the temporary truce between Yori and Kyo, and the two of them decide to have a fight once again, with Chizuru warning them that nothing is permanent regarding the seal of Orochi and that the threat might appear anytime soon. Back at Kyo's home, Shingo and Saishu are waiting on him, but does not show up, making us wonder what had happened to him. It is later revealed that he is on a date with his girlfriend, Yuki. Here we have three cameos, Saishu, Shingo, and Yuki. Garo Team. This ending takes place at Bao Bao Cafe, which is most fighters' favorite place to go when they want to celebrate a victory. Rock and Beat Janet seem to enjoy being there, but Gato is demanding to receive the intel he was promised by Beat Janet. After receiving it, he leaves the place with only one goal, using the intel to track down his father. As he is determined to begin his journey, the family drama gets expanded wider when Hotaru asks Gato to come back to her. Gato seems to ignore her and tells her to abandon the city, which could have two different meanings. He does not want her to be involved and get hurt, or he does not believe that she is capable of dealing with what he is. Hotaru only appeared in KOF 11 and has been one of my favorite characters of the third saga. I hope these two team up for the next game. Speaking of a new formation, back at Pao Pao Cafe, Terry and Adi join Bean Janet and Rock, with Rock asking Terry if they can join the next tournament together. Terry then seems to pretty much agree to Rock's offer, including Bean Janet as the third participant. Hotaru makes a guest appearance in this one. Samurai Team. A female powerful figure seems to appear before Team Samurai. Nakururu then says that this is the evil that slept through from their world into this one, and it's their duty to eliminate it. We get a reveal of this character, whose name is Mizuki, and his story goes way back to when Haomaru once defeated her and sealed her away when she caused trouble. This time though, they decide to keep her alive in this world and try to turn her good. Indeed, their plan seems to be working, as Mizuki is seen adjusting her new lifestyle alongside Nakururu without any sense of evil around her. One cameo here by Mizuki. Galaxy Anton Wrestling Team. Whether it's a tournament victory or a personal achievement, any win is incredibly satisfied for any fighter. But Antonov wants to go beyond and take that one step further. After getting back his title as the King of Fighters champion, he has great plans for the future of Galaxy Anton Wrestle Team. We get a view of his imaginary future, which includes some great cameos from fighters such as Diamond, Sho Hayate, Sylvie, Raiden, and Mia, all to be part of his vision of how and where the Galaxy Anton Wrestle Team will go, not only as a team for KOF tournaments, but for entertaining shows, business and enterprises. Dinosaurs seem to have vanished through the years, and T-Zog made a comeback, filling his place. Finally, we see how Antonov's role as the leader of the Gao team will come to an end, and deciding to take the rest of his years traveling around the world and nature, which gives us Yet another cameo of non-participant fighter of this tournament, Zarina. The world would seem to celebrate the GAU team for years to come with glory. Even though these are all Antonov's dreams and goals, I really enjoyed this ending, mostly for giving us so many cameos of previously loved and not forgotten characters. Cameos of this ending are Daimon, Sylvie, Shohayate, Mian, Raiden, Zarina, Tizok, Jin, and Maxigo. Standard ending. If the player finished the game with random players that do not form a team together, they will get a standard basic edition of the events and the aftermath, which I think it deserves to be on the list as an entry. Cameo number 8, the standard ending shows Hydern being the man who analyzed the whole story from the beginning since Verse appeared last tournament until now. His case has now concluded and the points he gathered are as follows. A lot of unnatural activities have occurred on Earth. Reverse goal was to collect souls for Otama Raga, and according to Dolores, a multiverse is happening at present time. The multiverse open up gates for different worlds from different time and space to crossover, such as Samurai Team, Ash Timeline being crossed with the current time, and many more that we have yet to see. This information is keeping us fans at the edge of our seat, wondering what new and unexpected characters from other universes could join the next KOF tournament, as well as warning for a potential new threat. Team Hero. Shunei and Meiten-kun return back home to their master accompanied by Benimaru, who explains to Tank Furei what happened during the tournament. He emphasizes on the strength of Shunei and how he can now fully control his power. That's where Master Tank decides to reveal to Shunei the truth about his parents. We get to find out that Shunei's parents are still alive. The truth was hidden from Shunei in fear that he will look for them, and without having mastering his power, he could have injured them like he did when he was just an infant. This information surprised Shunei, but it does not interrupt his initial plan, which is traveling the world with Meiten-kun. The two of them start traveling with first stop Japan. Tank Furei makes a cameo in this one. Team K-Dash. Kei, Maxima and Whip finally spot the place where Angel and Cronen took Kula, which is an ice cream restaurant. All three stand outside thinking of how to approach the restaurant, when suddenly they hear Kula screaming. The 2002 King of Fighters team rushes inside with no hesitation to the fear that Kula is in danger. Turns out Kula is joined by yet a 2001 and 2002 King of Fighters participant, Foxy, along with Diana too, her guardians. The screaming was due to Kula almost dropping her bowl of ice cream. Kei acts cool when he is assured that Kula is safe, but everyone sees that he was very worried about her, despite being in an argument that will conclude Kula leaving her team. Seeing his reaction, Kula forgives Kei and joins her old teammates, living all together for the amusement park that caused the rift between Kei and Kula on the first place. Foxy and Diana make a cameo on this one. Awoken Orochi team. The alternate form of this trio appears wearing the Hakeshu outfit. It's night as they approach the place where Orochi is sealed. They know that they cannot bring him back, but Yashiro holds a fragment full of energy, possibly taken from Otama Raga, and thinks that this piece alone can help them achieve their goal. Moments later, Genitz joins them, and the four heavenly kings of Orochi are united. All four of them use their power to channel Gaia's will. This ending features a beautiful revamped version of the soundtrack of Orochi from KOF 97 and makes this scene so special. We see how the world turns into with the power of Gaia's will. All humanity is vanished and nature has flown and blossomed all over the planet. If we take this ending as canon, it might have taken place in an alternate world. Supposedly, the Gaia's will might have teleported them into the world they desired to live in, the vision of Orochi. Team Cronen. Angel, Kula, and the mysterious man Cronen are all found on a deserted area waiting for Foxy and Diana to show up and take Kula. And so it happens. Kula's old guardians take Kula and have a discussion with Cronen about their mutual past, which is nests. The discussion brings back bad memories all of them had with the terrorizing organization, until Kula decides to put an end to it and asks her guardians to take her away from her current teammates. Cronen makes it clear that he only took Kula so she can help his team beat in the KOF tournament and had no bad intentions for her. As Kula walks away, she says goodbye to Cronen and he throws the prize money from the tournament at her before they parted ways. We then get a scene that I will say brings a beautiful nostalgia and touches all of our childhood hearts. Angel calls Cronen K49, and it's the confirmation point that behind the name Cronen is indeed the beloved and lost character from KOF 2001 that many fans laughed and thought that he disappeared completely. Perhaps it took him some time learning about his past before being captured by Nest, and now uses his real name, leaving his past behind. The return of this character was the biggest surprise for me and arguably for the whole fanbase around the globe, who grew up playing the earlier games. The two ex-Nests ride their motorcycles and drive away for new adventures. Dolores and Foxy make another cameo here. Secret Agents team. Blue Mary, Vanessa, and Luong are taking a relaxing time at a beautiful bridge during nighttime. Mary is summing up everything she gathered about Otama Raga and thinks that there might be a deeper connection between Otama Raga and Dolores. Vanessa says that they shouldn't give this final boss more attention than it deserves, and Luong states that it's better to leave some facts as mysteries. Vanessa says that she joined the tournament mostly to keep an eye on Isla, collecting as much information as she could about her power. Luong then reveals that she managed to steal a gem called the Sage's Eye that Dolores always wears on her neck. That gem holds a power like any other, and it is essential for Hein. The two girls are left speechless by the fact that Hein teamed up with Luong, and the fact that the two of them planning to take down Geese Howard. As a thank you to her teammates, Luong throws at Blue Mary an intel with information regarding Howard's connections that she tried to gather and then drops off the bridge. She's waving goodbye at her teammates, riding on a jet that Hein is driving. As they drive away, Vanessa and Mary discuss the fact that Luong has actually stolen a fake gem. The two of them being agents, they are experts on technology. They noticed a GPS attached on it, but Luong hadn't realized. This ending is one of those that seriously shakes things up. The revelation about Hein and his plan opens up a brand new plot that will definitely be explored wider in the next game. One cameo here by Hein. Team Ikari. Ralph, Clark, and Leona discuss the events of the tournament and report to Hyder everything they experienced from their perspective. Leona paralleled the Orochi power to that of Shunei's, and she is glad that Shunei managed to master it successfully. She then feels the need to express how grateful she is having her teammates around her. She says that she is not afraid of letting go and use her Orochi power since she trusts her teammates, and she knows that they are strong enough to take her down if she loses control of it. Hyder then makes a big revelation. He informs Leona that her long-lost father has probably returned to life, and he has an investigation on him. Leona is determined to take this mission, and Ralph and Clark make a promise to help her. The ending shows the trio watching Kaido's location and waiting for when Leona decides to make her move. A very exciting and unexpected turn, not only for Leona personally, but for the game itself, since Kaido was mentioned since the first saga. He was one of the Hakashu and was murdered by Leona unwillingly after Ginitz activated the Riot of Blood. Team Southtown. Hein might not be a playable character, but he is the star of this ending. There was an unexpected twist revealed earlier by Luong, and now we get to see it in action. As Geese is having a gathering with Billy, Yamazaki, and Hein, the last one pops out a fake Sage's eye, as he reveals that he is determined to take down Geese once and for all. Billy is furious about it. Yamazaki is full of excitement and switches sides, supporting Hein, and yet Geese remains calm, smiling and say that he knew of Hein's intentions much earlier. The Sage's eye was a fake one, therefore Hein's plan failed, but he managed to escape Geese's tower along with Yamazaki. Geese is now more aware of his enemies and ready to take any actions needed for the near future. This ending includes a very well scripted action sequence, Yamazaki's portrayal, Hein's secret, and anticipation for the next KOF altogether sets the adrenaline high, and it definitely deserves a high place on the list. Personally, I added it as a number 1. It may not be the main plot of the game, but it's definitely a worthy subplot. Hein makes another cameo in this one. So this is my ranking for the team ending of KOF 15. Let me know which one is your favorite.